too deeply, those who are most vulnerable would be getting hit very hard. And if I can just restate that in very simple terms, the childcare package is a good package of measures, but the cost of it would have been too high given that the government wanted that money to come from some of the most vulnerable families in the community by cutting too deeply the family tax benefits of families that are already struggling. We think there are better ways to make savings, and also with the paid parental leave scheme, in the end, that is something that we could not support, even though the government had improved it somewhat. It would still mean many families would miss out in the sense that they would have their benefits, their childcare or the maternity payments cut, and that is something that we just couldn't countenance.
It was a decision that we made after hours and hours, days and days of deliberation. For us, it was just a bridge too far, and to take more than $4 billion beyond the cost of childcare reform away from families and away from people on Centrelink was just too hard to do.
Surely there are some questions.
Are there parts of this bill that you do support though, apart from the childcare reforms? Is there any
Look, what we said was this. I guess the final straw, and can I just say this, the easy thing to do in politics is to have a go at the government. I think that both the Treasurer, Scott Morrison, and Social Services Minister Christian Porter we've had good negotiations, we've had very civil discussions in relation to this, and obviously they were very disappointed with our decision, but there are some aspects of the package that we think would work, that would be unduly harsh, that would be unreasonable. But at the end of the day, the whole omnibus package was simply putting too much of a burden on low-income Australians, and that is why we could not support this package. Of course, we want to see the childcare reforms go through. It is a matter of further discussions with the government, but we wanted to make it clear that the omnibus bill in its current form is something we could not support.
Look, there are a number of measures that we would be pleased to go through the government with line by line, but ultimately taking money away from families, and particularly families with teenagers, that was the families that were going to hurt the most, and single parent families. And when we look at that against the childcare reform, you're robbing Peter to pay Paul.
And I think the NDIS issue, that was not helpful. A kind of ultimatum that was given by the government yesterday saying that we can fund NDIS through these cuts to family tax benefits, that was about as subtle as a sledgehammer. And I think that in terms of equity, in terms of fairness, those changes should really, that the NDIS, incredibly worthy and incredibly important program for this nation's future, wasn't adequately funded by Labor, so it's a dilemma that this government has been left with. But I would rather see something like a very small increase in the Medicare surcharge rather than it coming off the back of people on family tax benefits.
What about those changes for young people getting bumped down off New Start onto youth allowance and also the 4-week wait? Did they actually factor into your considerations?
Look, they certainly did, because we said to the government some time ago, I think you remember before Christmas, we said we were not going to support that. Firstly, we can't see why somebody who's 23 should be treated any differently if they're looking for a job if they're 33. And secondly, young people cannot live on fresh air and sunshine for 4 weeks while they're looking for work.
You mentioned this morning defence, the waste of defence.
Look, I'm saying at the moment the government is looking at things from a very narrow perspective, and it's a very small box. They're looking at family tax benefits. I'm suggesting that defence expenditure, the multi-billion dollar budget each year, over $20 billion a year in defence, that there is scope for there to be some sensible savings from defence without in any way compromising the defence of Australia. This is something that has been an issue that has troubled many journalists, many in public life, many parliamentarians in the course of Senate estimates, where it seems that defence gets away with wasting money in a way that other departments do not. And this is about keeping our sovereign defence capability, about having a strong local build, building our shipbuilding, but at the same time there are some measures that we believe can be looked at in terms of implementing reforms that would make a difference in terms of defence procurement and spending that would mean budget savings for the government. There's another big issue that must not be overlooked. one of the budget measures includes close to $1 billion in respect of an energy supplement for those who are new recipients of welfare benefits. What we're saying is that if the government went down the path of implementing an emissions intensity scheme or something akin to that, that would actually, something that I proposed along with Malcolm Turnbull back in 2009 when he was opposition leader, a very sensible scheme. The modelling that I've seen on that would see reductions to power prices for consumers in the order of 5 to 10%. This is not magic pudding economics, this is real economics with real modelling. If you bring in an emissions intensity scheme, you stabilise the electricity market, if you prevent the price gouging and the gaming of the system by generators, we would actually see significant reductions in power prices and therefore giving real relief to households in paying less for their power and also making sure that they and businesses have security of supply.
Do you have any examples of defence waste or areas that
Well, I think if all you need to do is do 10 Senate estimates and to see how money is being spent. For instance, with the offshore patrol vessels, some will be built in Adelaide, others will be built in WA. There's been no analysis from the FOI that my office has gone through, the FOI process my office has gone through, that would justify that shift and the tens of millions of dollars that will cost. There are all sorts of inefficiencies in defence. The stop-start nature of defence shipbuilding has ended up costing billions of dollars to taxpayers over the years, despite the fact that they've been warned by successive reports that that stop-start nature of shipbuilding is incredibly inefficient. You lay off workers, then you have to put them back on, retrain them, let alone the human costs involved of sacking people and then bringing them back on and the disruption it causes to their lives, which is very important.
With the omnibus bill again, Minister Porter this morning suggested there's only a few changes he thinks that you want to make, just a small list. Is that the case, or does it need a major overhaul?
Well, we can't support the omnibus bill in its current form. The trade-off of family tax benefits, as my colleague Rebekha Sharkie has said, were simply too harsh for too many people to stack up. This is not fair. The childcare reforms are important, but we believe that in good faith we can continue talking to the government, but it needs to be on it needs to be starting afresh. We need to start with a fresh sheet of paper to talk to the government about this, and we understand the imperatives here, but too many people would have been hurt around the country with what the government was proposing.
Can I just say, look, you've got to remember here that this wasn't just about childcare reform. This was about gouging more than $4 billion away from families, away from people looking to start families, away from young people and away from pensioners. It was just far too harsh for us to consider putting forward any amendments to the legislation.
What do you think of Malcolm Turnbull's also with his house? What do you think?
Look, you know what? I know nothing about Malcolm Turnbull's solar panels and battery storage. Please tell me. I obviously haven't read the report in Fairfax. What was it?
It's just that he has them on his house.
Yeah.
They're good enough for him, but they're not good enough to be able to scatter around South Australia.
I don't think we're going to solve South Australia's energy problems by focusing on Malcolm Turnbull's solar panels on his home. I'm not sure if that's going to actually help the public debate. It might be something good to gossip about, but it's not going to actually advance the substantive policy debate.
Doesn't it point to hypocrisy from the Prime Minister?
It points to the fact that there are millions of Australians who have solar panels on their roofs. Thank you very much.